We're coming to you from Fresh Air Studios in Plymouth. My name's Paul Philpott, and with me we have the delightful Alexis Bowater from Bowater Communications. And hopefully we'll show you how you can create some of the experiences, some of the video conferencing experiences that we do for clients in the comfort of your own home or the comfort of your own office. What's coming up this morning? Okay, Alexis, how are we kicking off?
Well, firstly and probably most importantly, we'll be talking to you about planning and preparation. We've got loads of experience of this, and all I can tell you at this stage is that it involves a lot of P's.
Right, let's get cracking. Who, what and why?
The what and the why. And also it ties in with that idea of the rule of three. And there are really, really simple ways of making sure that your storytelling flows. There are really interesting tips and tricks. There are really, really straightforward strategies. And once you're told them, once they're revealed to you, it's like walking through the back of that wardrobe into Narnia. It's a really powerful way of communicating your message.
If you've got an iMac, then you actually don't need to look any further with regards to buying presentation software. It comes as part of the package. And I was like, watching this presentation, I'm thinking, honestly, their slide deck had clearly been given to them by head of corporate comms or something, and it's crammed everything.
Try not to read through the bullet points one after the other verbatim from the screen, as the audience can already see what's there.
Boom tish, you see what we did there.
And one of the things that I'm really hot on and I absolutely love is this idea of the rule of three. It's something that we see in the environments in which we live, in the world in which we live. We use it consciously or subconsciously all the time.
It's now time to revisit our Zoom grid, our lovely delegates, and oh, you are all looking so gorgeous. And no doubt you've got a few questions, comments, feedback, and hopefully we'll have the answers. Let's take some questions. So what we're saying is this section is really going to help you fill up your Amazon wish list or indeed any other kind of wish list or shopping list or present list or all that kind of thing. However, the first technological top tip, the way of improving your presentation, actually costs you nothing at all, does it?
It's about utilising natural light.
This is
the starlet.
The starlet, our producer extraordinaire, Martin Burgess-Moon. This has got barn doors, and these barn doors, they call them barn doors, there you go, helps you kind of like focus and direct the light.
Now, this is something I genuinely didn't know.
Let's pretend we're at home and we need to track down our broadband router and take a look at the elements of that broadband router so that we can get the best out of it. And as we've gone through just now, these kind of software plugins will take away all that pain and help you do it. Means we can move on to section 3, which is presentation techniques. Should I script everything?
No, you shouldn't script everything. Social distancing when you're talking to people off a laptop or anywhere else for that matter is just as important virtually as it is in real life. Don't get any closer than this to your laptop, because if you are like this and up a bit and look down on them in a patronising manner, one of the most awful things that you can have when you're trying to have a conversation is actually just a lecture. When somebody's talking at you. Oh, look up your nose.
Not good. Social distancing is everything now.
Yes.
I find turning your camera off really quite rude. Is it just me? I think actually you've got a really good point there, Amanda. I mean, I know that I can only wear certain shirts because I get a bit, heated.
Breathing. It really comes down to that. It comes down to your preparation, working out what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, keeping in touch with your new audience.
That's key. That's key. You might even talk about sales funnels. I love a good sales funnel. Getting more bangers for your buckus. What are we going to be covering?
We're going to be covering repurposing to make the most of your content. We're going to be linking to LinkedIn and reaching out via social media.
Lovely. My favourite, I love podcasting. Now, we've called this section making your content go further. Whatever it is you're doing, we're going to get probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months worth of additional social media content. If we follow this plan of taking our video conference, taking that recording and running it through this content generation system, all these little step-by-step things, then you're going to end up with more content than you would know what to do with. And we do this quite often. We just uploaded it to the AI transcript generator because it gives us that starting point. Apparently, we were all bangers.
I can see.
According to this, we were all bangers, and the programme was produced by Fresh Air Stud Ones.
I'm being really daft.
We're all buyers.
Oh!
Yeah?
Yes, well, I think the lesson to be learned from this is always check, trust no one, and remember, nobody likes a willy-nilly.
Where do you start with that?
Well, you can cascade. If you've got this sort of basic body of your transcript, you can cascade that out to all sorts of different places. Rewrite it slightly so it's a blog and it's more chatty. Rewrite it so that it's accessible for newspapers, magazines, newsletters, all that kind of thing.
I love it for these reasons, okay? Is they don't require 100% of your concentration. You don't need to be sat in front of them. You can put it on in the background. As we were talking about earlier, calling upon your radio presenting experience, it's kind of nice, positive, engaging background listening, yet it still gets the message across.
That's not the end of it. It's just the start.
I guess every contact counts.
Absolutely. And it's not just about your video conference. You work really hard and you think that is actually the end of it. It's not. It's the beginning of it. You've got all these people who now know you better. They've got more information from you. They're intrigued. You've got their contact details. You've had a conversation with them, and you've got an amazing opportunity to follow up and grow your relationship with these people together.
Yeah, thank you very much. That another great question. And as I said earlier, what we'll do is we'll make sure we share the PDFs, as we explained to you and showed you how to do that, of our slide deck. We'll type up some extra notes as well with regards to the questions that you've put forward and the answers that we've given. Thank you very much for joining us and for making this a really engaging session. I've had a right laugh. Yeah. Which I know, I mean, are you allowed to have a right laugh?
Yes, you are.
It's been
lovely.
I've had it. Here's our contact details first and foremost, though. If you want to keep in touch with us, our details are on your screen right now. Do you mind if I do my paper shuffle?
Do it.
Like you used to do on the news.
You'll never do it like me.
That kind of thing.
Keep in touch. Please keep in touch. It's been really lovely, this session. And also, don't forget that we can do bespoke things within reason. So if there are questions that have arisen, or you thought that we could provide you with some sort of sensible but entertaining training, then do get in touch with both of us, or either of us.
I was going to say, exactly how did you do your TV news paper shuffle?
Right, put it together.
Yeah.
Like
that.
That's the end of it.
Yeah.
Go and make me a cup of tea.
Oh, so demanding, honestly. So demanding.